Hey fatty, today I'm going to teach you how to make super snake juice for crazy energy and insane weight loss. Let's begin. So this is my morning routine, super snake juice. We're going to be playing around with a half a liter of water, all right? Give or take a half a liter of water. What is super snake juice? Essentially, it's sugar water, table sugar, right out of the jar. And snake juice electrolyte salts, which is sodium chloride, potassium chloride. There's a little bit of boron, a little bit of magnesium in the electrolyte salts. Okay, but the main two salts, if you're making it old school, it's all you got, is sodium, potassium. If you can't get the snake juice salts where you're at, you'll have to go to the grocery store, get the salts, and make your own, which is simple. So we're playing around with 500 mils of water. So what we're going to do, we got a sodium source. Okay, don't get anal about your sodium sources, as long as it's salt. Okay, if you only have table salt, just use table salt. Who cares? Okay, this is a sea salt. And then the potassium chloride powder, this is salt-free brand. So we got half a liter of water. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the sodium and we're going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of sodium. Now, normally, if you're making regular snake juice, I always would go a half a teaspoon of sodium, a half a teaspoon of potassium for the basic recipe in a half a liter of water. But because we're putting the sugar in there, the sugar drives those salts in your cells. You don't just excrete it as easy. So we don't have to go with quite as much salt. So let's go with a 1/4 teaspoon. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to go a half a teaspoon, fine. So there's about a 1/4 teaspoon of sodium. Then we'll match it with a 1/4 teaspoon of potassium. So there's our two salts. Now, I got some baking soda. Now, this is optional. You can throw in a little bit of baking soda. I usually do. You don't have to. If it bugs you for some reason, you don't need to. But I'm going to throw a little bit in. So I just eyeball it. Just give her a little splash of baking soda. One thing you don't want to do is take in a pile of baking soda around any real meal. Okay, just make sure you're away from meals when you're taking in baking soda. So there's some baking soda. I'm going to add a little more. Like I said, it's optional. I just eyeball it. I probably put in about the same as the other salts, about a 1/4 teaspoon. Now for the table sugar. Table sugar. Sugar. Okay, I like to go with about 4 tablespoons of sugar in this much water. Okay, again, play with it. Two, 3, 4. Okay, the snake juice cranks your metabolism through the roof, makes you run hot. Okay, you'll literally burn more body fat drinking the sugar water throughout the day than you will intermittent fasting. Even though there's calories, it makes you run so much hotter that you just can't keep body fat on. You can't. Okay, it gives you crazy energy. There's my super snake juice. Okay, I'm guessing you guys want to see me actually drink it. So I'll fill this up with water, mix it up, and then I'll drink it. In the morning, I usually mix it in hot water. You can do whatever you want. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. See, I like 4 tablespoons is right on the money. That's about 200 calories worth of sugar, pure sugar. I usually knock back half, wait a bit, knock back another half, and that's how I start my day. And your energy just goes through the roof. Okay, you can go rock and roll on a training session after this, like rock and roll. Until next time, that's how you mix up super snake juice for crazy energy and insane weight loss, fatty.